Right, so let's show you how to put a zip in. So the first thing you want to do with these is you're going to move all of these sliders out of the way bar one. Do you want to leave one on? That's the one for the zip that we're going to use. Okay, so I'll just get the fabric. Oh, I think I'll do some of the charm packs because they're a good size, 6 inches. So I think we'll have the cream for the outside, and I think the green gypsophilia, that white stuff that you get with your flowers, on the inside for the lining. Honestly, zips are so easy. I mean, there's a few different ways to put them in, but I'm going to show you this one that is so easy. So the first thing you want to do is, when you've got your fabric that you're going to make your bag, so this is what we're going to end up with, our little pouch, and it's going to have the zip along the top, and then we'll do our lining. So the first thing you want to do, and the thing what you can do with your zips on a roll, is you always overcut them. And I'll explain why when I go to put it on. So you're going to overcut them. Now, if you've got a pattern and it says, oh, you need a 9-inch zip or an 8-inch zip, you're going to go to the shop and that's what you're going to buy. But with the zip on a roll, obviously you've got all that. You always have some left over. But then you can take the pulls off another one that you've got, because you'll have more than one. I've got a big tub full of all different colours. So I always cut it a few inches longer. Okay. And then what we're going to do, now I need my pins. Oh, hang on. And we can use pins or your clips. So let me get my thing there. So I've got my pins. See, it's come in handy already, hasn't it? There we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull this slider quite close to the top, but just be careful not to sew it off the end. Pull it off the end. I remember one of my classes I did, and we had a couple of incidents where it kept coming off the end, and I was putting them back on, and then I did it on someone's side to sit and put it back on. It was quite funny. But a top tip though, to stop that happening, once you've cut your zip, just either by hand or on your machine, just do like a little stitch just backwards and forwards across here, and that'll secure it, so then it won't come off. So there's a little top tip. So you're going to get your outside piece of fabric that you want your zip on, and you're going to place your zip over the top like that. So you've got plenty of room on either side. Now don't worry that that's open, because we're not actually going to stitch down that far. Okay, and then you're going to get your pins. Now I'm left-handed, remember, so you might work the other way to me. You'll have to watch with a mirror. But it's the same way, to be honest. So you're going to get your pins and you're going to pin, or actually, let me get me, oh, I've got my clips in here. Actually, you can use your quilting clips. If you've got these quilting clips, these are great, because they will hold it in place as well. Okay, so we've either got a pin or a clip just to hold that in place. Now, I need, I've got thread on my machine, but I'm going to change it for some of our new thread. So for the inside, it's not going to matter because we're inside, but we do want it to match on the zip. So I'm going to go for, which pink shall I go for? That. Now, a little tip from my mum, this is my mum's tip. If you're matching your colours, always go for the one that's slightly lighter. There we go. Top tip from Marie. She won't be watching, she doesn't do Facebook. Bless her. She was babysitting the dog last night, so she's been tired today, seeing as though I got home late. Right, so. And then the other thing as well, on your sewing machine, you want to be putting a zipper foot on. Now, most sewing machines come with it. Our Stitch does come with the zipper foot. So if I just thread my needle, and then we'll change the zip foot. And on a lot of machines, it'll just be where the foot, there'll be a little button at the back, or some of them you might pull the foot and it comes off on some machines. Right, so let me get my thread and get this threaded on thread. There we go. So with this one, we've got a little lever on the back, so I'm just taking the foot off. And then in your accessories box, we've got this is our zipper foot. And then I always put my foot back in. There we go. See, back in there, and then you're not going to lose it. Okay. So I'll just pop that on there. And then you just want to double check just that your needle's not going to hit that foot. See there, I can put that needle down, it's not going to hit. So it's fine, we're not going to have a broken needle. So what we're going to do now is you're going to put your fabric and your zip under, and then what happens is that zipper foot just sits up against, my pen so I can show you, it just sits up against the side of the zip. So these are the zip teeth here underneath, you can't see them because we've got right sides together. And then you're just going to stitch along. Now as you can see, I've got the little zip pull here at the back out the way. See it there? Now when you're putting a zip in, you'll have seen, if you've seen people put a zip in, the zip pull will be here and it'll say sew down to the zip pull and then pull the zip pull out of the way. So by having that zip a little bit longer, basically you haven't got that. You can just sew all the way down. So I'm just going to sew all the way to the bottom. And then that is that one side of the zip in. So if I turn that thing there we go. That's that side of the zip in. Okay. And then now you're going to do your lining. So we've got that one in there. Oh no, sorry, the other side of your back, of the outside. So you have it this way, so you've got right sides up of your project, and then you're going to line this fabric up with the other edge of your zip. Now you can see here that doesn't quite match, but that's fine because it's this bit that we want to match at the top. So you're going to line that up again, and then again get your clips. I used to use pins till I discovered clips, and then I find that I tend to use them for most things. We'll get another clip. And the other thing you can do is use a little bit of, if you've got a little double-sided fabric tape, there's like a quilter's tape, I think it's called, you can get that. But the clips are just so easy. So again, back under there, and then stitch down. Okay, so I'm just going to stitch along, and it just stitches in perfectly. Okay, and then get to the end. That's it. And you pretty much have put the zip in now. So there we go. We've got the zip in there. Now, what you can see there is that's over a little bit, but you trim that down when you come to sew it up. And what I'll do is I'll trim it down before we send it out. I'll finish it off after the show before we send it out. So it's out. So the other thing what you're going to do is, once you put your zip in, you're going to top stitch along here. And this is where the matching thread comes in. Or you could put an alternative colour in so it stands out. And then you're just going to lengthen your stitch on your machine, because with any top stitch you lengthen your stitch. And this time we're going to sew from the top. And you're just going to sew close to the edge of the fabric. And what this does, so have you ever bought a dress or a skirt, and when you've pulled the zip, the fabric's got caught in it? And if you look at it, it's because it hasn't been top stitched. So by top stitching this, what it does, it keeps that fabric away from the zip. So there we go, we can see that. So if we sew now, how close can we get on there? You can see there that that fabric is really close to that zip, yeah? But on this side, where we've done the top stitching, it's totally flat, yeah? So that's how easy it is to put a zip in. Like I say, there's lots of different ways, but you're going to have, and then what we're going to end up is I'll put the lining in and stitch it all together before I send it out, and I'll put a little handmade tag in as well for you. There you go. So I'll do that this week, and then you can get it sent out next week. So there we go. So that then you can see how neat that is at the top.